Once upon a tranquil moonlit evening, there was a tiny, curious child named Madison who couldn't quite drift into the land of dreams. Madison lay in bed, gazing at the shimmery moonlight dancing across her room, weaving patterns of light and shadow. She wondered what secrets the night was keeping just beyond her window pane. With a quiet little sigh, Madison slipped out of her bed, her tiny toes touching the cool floor as she tiptoed towards the window. There, she pressed her nose against the glass, beholding the silvery world outside. Among the quiet houses, and over the gentle sloping hills, Madison's eyes were drawn to the glistening surface of the nearby sea, where the moon was casting its magical glow over the waves. With a spark of adventurous spirit, she decided to sneak outside for a closer peek at the moon-kissed ocean. She dressed herself in a snug coat, her little fingers fumbling with the buttons in the dim light, and snuck out of her house on a quest for moonlight magic. The night air was cool, filled with the calming sounds of the world at rest, the whispering wind in the trees, the distant hoot of a sleepy owl, and the soft swish of the ocean tide kissing the shore. Upon reaching the beach, Madison sat on the soft sand, letting it pour like stardust through her fingers, while the moon gazed down in quiet companionship. It was then that she heard a peculiar, gentle voice. "Hello there, young adventurer," it said, soft and soothing. Startled, Madison looked around, only to find herself face to face with a smiling barracuda, its silver scales shimmering like the moonlit sea itself. "Who are you?" Madison asked, her voice a mixture of awe and surprise. "I am Bubbles, the benevolent barracuda," he replied with a twinkle in his gentle eyes. "But aren't barracudas supposed to be fearsome?" inquired Madison, drawing her coat a little tighter. Bubbles let out a laugh, gentle as the sea breeze. "Oh, dear child, not all stories you hear are true. I'm as peaceful as the night sky," he reassured her with a grin. As the night hours ticked by, Madison and Bubbles shared stories and dreams. Madison told Bubbles about her daytime adventures and her love for the stars, while Bubbles recounted tales of underwater wonders and the creatures of the deep. Each story was a treasure, unlocking a world of imagination and serenity. Bubbles even performed a dance in the water, his movements so graceful that Madison was reminded of the way the stars swirled in the night sky. Before long, the moon began to dip towards the horizon, signaling the approach of dawn. "It's time for you to return to your bed, dear Madison, and for me to swim back to the depths," said Bubbles, offering Madison a gentle smile. "But will I see you again?" Madison asked, her eyes wide with the thought of parting from her new friend. "Of course," Bubbles promised. "I'll always be here, dancing in the moonlight whenever you need a friend to share your stories with." So, with a heart full of new stories and the serene image of Bubbles, the benevolent barracuda, in her mind, Madison walked back to her home, where her bed awaited. She nestled under the covers, her eyes heavy with sleep and her spirit light with joy. As she closed her eyes, she could still see Bubbles, the friendly barracuda, gliding peacefully in the silvery waters in her dreams. And with that comforting thought, Madison finally succumbed to a peaceful, deep slumber, knowing that the world at night was just as friendly and magical as the world during the day, filled with unexpected friends and wonders unseen. The end.